Dun dun dun, and welcome back to the Pointless Debates. Ooh, we're changing things a little bit today because we have prepared some topics that are like pointless in discussing and finding
No stakes.
exactly in finding the truth in these topics. And so we decided that it would be fun to see how we can defend the topics, even if we don't think this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have any choice as to
Mm-mm.
what our stance is going to be for our pointless debate topics.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the main goal is to keep our friendship by the end of
Yeah.
it. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see
Whew.
how heated we get. Let's see
Yes.
how heated we get today.
So how it's going to happen, we have two bowls here. I have one bowl and Hannah has the other one. So in my bowl, there is like a bunch of different slips of paper with topics on them,
Just random.
just random topics. So I'm gonna choose a topic and then Hannah's bowl contains just two slips of paper with yes or no, so like for or against. And yeah, so we're going to be
Hmm.
imprisoned by this rule, let's say.
Yeah.
So no matter what you really think, what one of us really thinks, we'll have to defend the topic or be against it.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready?
Yes,
I'm a little nervous.
me too. But a question we haven't discussed it. Are we going to then reveal what is our actual
We
stances?
could.
Okay, let's do it. So I'm choosing the first topic, and the first topic for our debates will be okay. Oh my God. I mean, come on. Pineapple on pizza.
Oh gosh.
Pineapple on
Okay, this is gonna be
pizza.
tough. All right, so I'm choosing which side I'm going to take,
Yeah.
and I have chosen uh no pineapple on pizza.
Okay, so pineapple on pizza, one of the most delicious that humans have came up with. Because imagine this Hawaiian beauty with a lot of meat, a lot of cheese that give you like this meaty and cheesy, like umami taste. And then on top of it, you have this like tanginess and acidity of a pineapple. Ooh, that helps you to open up the flavor of the whole dish.
I'm not sure about that. So pineapples, I think pineapples do not belong on pizza.
Okay.
First of all, pineapples are fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Fruits are sweet, right? And sweet things should not belong together with savory things. Like they are two entirely different types of food. You save the sweets for dessert. You don't eat it together with your main meal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but what about the experiments? Because I do agree that certain fruits, they don't belong together with
Hmm.
savory stuff. However, there are some fruits that actually pair really nice with savory stuff, like pineapple on pizza, like the chicken salad with some apples in
No,
it,
no, no, no.
chicken salad with
No.
some apples in it, or beautiful salad with chicken and grapes. Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, different
Yes.
sounding. Oh my gosh. Where does it end? Like you, okay, again, pineapple on pizza is just a start, right? It's like this starter
It's a
food.
slippery slope.
It's a
Yeah.
slippery slope, exactly. It's a starter food that goes on a super savory, super delicious already food. And then you start incorporating them into salads. You've got apples in salads, you've got
Mhm.
grapes, you've got
Mhm.
oranges, strawberries.
Mhm.
No. And then who's to stop anyone from putting like strawberries on a perfectly fine pepperoni pizza. Pizza should be greasy, salty, spicy. I do like putting some hot sauce on
Uh-huh.
pizza, and that's where you can get like the tanginess from. It could be pineapple like infused hot sauce or something like that. But entire chunks of pineapple on a pizza, it just destroys the taste.
again, I would argue that it's all about the art of cooking stuff and experimenting and adding new flavors that will help open up some other flavors. And I might shock you, but there is another type of pizza. I'm sure that you've heard about it. And this pizza has pears on it. So it
Pear
has
pizza.
prosciutto, it has pears, and it has gorgonzola cheese, and it has walnuts. And this pizza is mind-blowing. Like the combination of all of those tastes, it's just gorgeous.
I think I would I think that I would say that that's not actually a pizza. That's just like an open-faced toast.
Okay, you should.
You're just putting salad on some bread and calling it a pizza.
I really want us to travel to Brazil together because you
Yeah.
know that in Brazil they have like crazy combinations for pizza. They even put
Hmm.
chocolate on pizza.
Oh, that's
That one I have doubts.
we should travel to Korea too because Korea also has very interesting pizzas. They do like sweet potato stuffed crust
Hmm.
pizzas. They'll do like entire fried shrimps with mayonnaise on top with pizza. You might like that.
Yes, I
But
guess that I would.
I don't think that that is considered to be a traditional pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if we are talking about like traditional or not
Hmm.
traditional, I guess that we should have invited our friend Roberta for
The
this
true
one, and
Italian.
we can ask her. But then again, another argument that I might think about is about tomato, which is considered to be a fruit,
But a
right? And
tomato
then
is
you make it, so it's all about the taste for you.
Yes, tomatoes are savory.
Okay.
And tomatoes are used in most savory, like a lot of savory foods, right? You've got ketchup, you've got tomato sauce for pasta, you've got
Uh-huh.
pizza, obviously, so many tomato-based tomato soup,
Uh-huh.
right? That's not I would say that that is separate from a fruit category.
Okay. What about a super sour apple?
Yeah, no.
Why
A
not? Because
super sour apple on a pizza?
it's sour. No, not on a pizza, like in a salad or in any other type of food.
I feel like with apples though, the sweetness comes out. And it's the same as pineapple. Like a pineapple is tart, right? And I think that's why a lot of people like to have it in savory
Uh-huh.
foods. But there is a sweetness that comes out of it in a different way that a tomato does, right?
Uh-huh.
A tomato, there's a subtle sweetness that's just used more to kind of elevate a savory dish.
Uh-huh.
But other fruits like pineapples and apples, they're there for the sweetness,
Hmm.
right? You're eating it because it's sweet.
I don't know. I don't know. When do we end this? We
I
also
think
did not like
let's
discuss.
let's
Yeah.
end this now because I am having trouble.
Okay. And now the reveal time.
I love pineapples on pizza.
Yes. And I love them too on
Yes.
pizza. All
My
four.
like okay, I will not always my go-to. Like I do usually just like a good old-fashioned margarita or a good
Uh-huh.
old-fashioned pepperoni pizza, but I will love a not necessarily a Hawaiian because I
Mm-hmm.
don't like ham, but I
Mm-hmm.
will do pineapples and like the banana peppers, like the spicy peppers,
Mm-hmm.
pickled peppers,
Yes.
and mushrooms.
Oh my God,
Like that's
amazing.
those are my three top
Yes.
toppings. I love those.
What about the pear pizza? Have you tried that one? Oh
No.
my God, you should guys
But I
we should go to this Italian restaurant in my neighborhood
yeah,
and they have this pizza. It's like, oh
I
my
can
God,
imagine it being really good.
so
Like
good.
you do the pear, you do the pear with prosciutto and like arugula, the
Yes.
salad sort of thing. Those are
Yeah.
delicious.
It's actually I remembered in Spain, I guess it's a very famous salad in Spain with jamon and melon. Oh,
Yes. Yeah, that's
yeah.
delicious. I yeah, I don't know. I do for me there is a little bit of a line. I don't like too sweet
Hmm.
like super sweet fruits to be in my savory foods. Like I don't like strawberries or oranges in a salad. I don't like that
Yeah, me
really too
either.
much. But like a pineapple on pizza because it's cooked, I
Yeah.
feel like it does bring out more of a savory flavor and
Hmm.
it brings out more
Yeah.
anyway.
I have a line here with frying watermelons. Have you
Yeah.
seen this trend?
I
Like it was
like
very
watermelon
trendy.
steaks.
Oh dear
I
God.
don't know about
No.
that.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay. So
next
now
one.
we
Okay.
change roles.
So our next debate topic is going to be, ooh, reading the book first versus watching the movie first.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So for your yes and no, I guess you're going to choose the stance. If it's yes, like reading the book is better than watching the movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm nervous. Oh no!
Okay.
It's
So
which way do I show it? No.
so
Oh, got it.
for you, watching the movie is better than reading the book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll start. So in my case, I do prefer, what is it, reading a book? Reading the
Mm-hmm.
book. Reading the book before you watch the movie is the only way to enjoy the story, I believe. First of all, movies on average are what, couple hours. These
Mm-hmm.
days these days they get really, really long. They go from like 2 to like 2.5, 3 hours
Mm-hmm.
these days. But a good book can get quite long, and there's so many details and storylines and
Mm-hmm.
historical, background information. There's, certain ways that people need to understand setting a scene or things like that in terms of characters,
Mm-hmm.
so that you end up becoming more invested in characters and character history and the world of the story when you read a book, so that when you're watching the movies unfortunately don't always have the time to get all of those details.
Mm-hmm.
So reading a book is better than watching a movie, mainly because of this reason, that you miss a lot of information in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to kind of get that context by reading the book
Mhm.
first.
I see. However, there are people who are readers like
Mm-hmm.
yourself
Mm-hmm.
and somebody else that we know,
Mm-hmm.
but not me today. And there are people who don't read the books,
Mm-hmm.
either because they don't like reading the books, because they don't have time to read the books, but they still want to be a part of the community that is enjoying some stories,
Mm-hmm.
especially the ones that are very famous. And then watching the movies can help them to be the part of this community. Like, let's talk about the details that you mentioned before. Yes, a lot of the details are being left out. However, the movies help bring out or up some other details. Like, for example, you don't often I mean, in the books, they sometimes do describe the voices of the characters, but then in the movie, you have the face of the character and you have the voice that they're
Mm-hmm.
using, and you have like, you can see their little like habits, their idiosyncrasies, and you can see like the clothes that they're wearing and all of that stuff. Also, when you, I do not know why, but The Great Gatsby
Mm-hmm.
comes to
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
So this book I do not know what happens when you read the book, but when you watch the movie, you can actually see all of the beauty of that era, of that time. You can see these gorgeous like costumes, you can see the gorgeous cars, you can see all the like richness, wealth, and luxury of it, and you can get yourself immersed in there. So
Mm.
I would argue that the movies, especially if you watch it in a movie theater, on a huge screen, they help you get immersed in the story even more, like to be the part of the story,
Yeah.
along with all of the decorations and along with the music that is there. It helps you like leave, like, and feel emotionally closer to the
Music,
book.
that's a fair point. Music and design, set
Mm-hmm.
designs. You saw that I was rolling up my sleeves in the middle. I'm
Getting
like
ready,
getting
like,
ready.
okay, buckle up, Helen.
This is a hill that I will die on for sure.
Okay.
So when you had mentioned, there's so many visual aspects
Uh-huh.
to a movie that you don't get from books. But I do feel like when you watch a movie before you read the book, it can skew your perception of the
Mm-hmm.
actual story, right? And maybe it's not always the way that the author had imagined, or even you. Like the beauty of reading a book is that you get to create and build those imageries and character faces and voices in your head,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so for me, like for example, I would consider myself to be an imaginative person. I used to have a very strong imagination as a child. When I read a book, I can see, I can feel the story that's going on in my head,
Mm-hmm.
right? I hear the characters, I imagine what their voices will be like, I imagine what they physically look like, and I create a story from there. But when you watch a movie before reading the book, then you have those characters. You have that actor stuck in your
Mm-hmm.
head. So that's what you think when you're reading the book. And sometimes that can be dangerous because it will skew the point of view.
I see. Okay, I do see your point, and it's a very good one and strong one. However, unfortunately, not everyone has a very great and bright and vivid imagination. And sometimes people read descriptions of certain characters, and no matter how well written they are, they just cannot imagine what that person looks like, or they have like, I don't know, bland face or like
Mm-hmm.
blend person like stick figure like okay this is character A, this is character B. So that is why they turn to the help of the movies where all of those characters actually came alive as real people and where they can see like oh that is what he looks like, okay, now I can understand the story even better. Because even like for two different readers, I guess, like if you take you and another person who shall remain nameless, and those two people, you and the other person, they were talking about one character from one book, and you envisioned that character in one way, and the other person had a different image of that same character.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And not everybody's like very imaginative, which is not bad. I mean,
No.
it's I do not know like what imagination
Yeah,
where and how like it works, but not everybody is imaginative and
yeah,
can
that's a
imagine this thing.
that's a fair point, I would say. I think that the fun though of books, and this is why there are book clubs more so than there are movie clubs, is that you can share your views of that story, right? Like you share what you imagined the characters to be like. And that's always what I find fun about reading books and then watching the movie. Because when you
Hmm.
read the book, and then you watch the movie, say, go, with your friends or whatever, you talk about it, right? You say, oh, this is actually how I imagined them. I didn't think that it would be like this or like that. So I
Hmm.
feel like there's a fun in discussion and conversation after the fact, especially when you've read the book first and then watching the movie. Whereas
Hmm.
if you watch the movie, then read the book, there's really not much to say because the characters are already there. So you can't really compare.
Hard disagree on this one because it also depends on I don't know, different personalities maybe of people that you are watching the movie with, or the movie that you're discuss, or that when you're discussing the movie that you watched at like separate times, whatever.
Hmm.
Because I do have a friend who is very strongly involved in the film industry. And I love picking his brain on like the movies and like the details of
Details.
the movies. And whenever I tell him that, like, oh, yeah, I saw this movie, it was a great movie because blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, but did you notice this thing or that thing? And a lot of things that I haven't noticed in the movie, he did.
Mm.
And again, not only because he's like very strongly involved in the movie industry, then you talk to some other person, some average Joe, let's say, and then they can tell you the same thing, like, oh, did you notice that? And you're like, oh, I never saw this. Like some shadow or like some small detail that you could miss. And also, I believe that the movies, again, because of the visual, they bring you more context to the stories. Yes, a lot of important details are being lost, but then again, such a huge part of the story is brought to you by the visuals and by the context in which this is happening.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. I guess agree to disagree on that.
yeah,
Because yeah, that kind of counterpoints my first argument about
yeah.
about the details actually being in the book. There are things that yes, you miss in film, but you don't miss in a book because
Mm-hmm.
they're all right there for you. All the
Mm-hmm.
words are the same boldness, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't really miss those things. However, you're right, yeah. It's true. There are parts of film that can be much more subtle, that you would have to catch maybe, or somebody else might catch before you, or whatever the case is,
Mm-hmm.
but um, you don't always catch it.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
also, yeah, I think just for me personally, I'm not a very visual person. Like I miss a lot of things. A lot of the time, like with a lot of movies, there's so many beautiful things that are happening. I don't notice a lot of things because I
Mm-hmm.
tend to just look at everything as a whole. So
Mm-hmm.
I do tend to like miss details, which is
Mm-hmm.
usually why I like reading books because then I don't miss any of the details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing, I did mention it before, but not, I didn't go into details about the emotional connection that you have with the characters and whatever's happening on screen.
Mhm.
I just thought about Titanic because I always like just like bawl my eyes out when I watch
Yeah.
Titanic, especially like in the end, all of the people dying, Jack dying, like blah blah blah. And I imagine that I probably would not cry if I was reading this scene.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
have cried with tons of books, and then there are books that I have cried for, and then when I watched the movie, I just
Yeah.
did not even shed a tear. Yeah.
Yeah, again, maybe it's like the whole scene and the music,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm fighting for my life here, actually.
Anyway, this is, yeah, this is tough because I know you're the same as me.
Yes.
Books before movies.
Book before movies,
100%.
always, guys. Even okay, we're not talking about Harry Potter here because like they didn't have enough time to like put every single detail. Like if you have not read the Goblet of Fire, you do not know what happened there.
Yeah.
Because like the movie, I mean, it's great, it's amazing, but they lost so many important
Yeah.
details that are in the books and that affect the stories.
Yeah.
But also, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, one of like the greatest movies ever created by humanity. I love it with all my heart, know it by heart, but again, some details are missed.
Yeah.
Although it's like 3.5 hours of like each movie, the great and important details and characters are missed. So,
Yeah, I think about those types of movies, right? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. The books are so good,
yes.
right? And so it just doesn't do justice. I would even argue The Great Gatsby. Like the book is just so beautiful. Really.
Yeah. I just like thought
It's
about it
so
as like
good.
such a bright and like luxurious movie.
Oh, it was
But
such a good
I'm
book.
not a fan.
But there is one that I would say the book, the movie, the show did the book justice is Good Omens.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
Good
that they
Omens.
did a really
Yes,
good
they did
job
such a
with
good
Good
job.
Omens.
Sorry, one more thing that I wanted to add about imagination. I am not a stranger to like a vivid imagination and whatever. I also think that I have a pretty good imagination. However, there was one book. It's actually a series of book about a detective by one Russian author. And that detective, he's the main character. There are like almost 10 books. I've read all of them. I still cannot imagine what he looks like. I do not
Mm,
have his like image in my face,
yeah,
sorry, in my mind.
interesting.
There are movies, and there are 3 or 4 movies,
Hmm.
and the character is, sorry, the actor is different in all of the movies. None of them is like, I'm looking at them like, nope, not this one. Next, nope, not this one. I cannot imagine it. Yeah.
You know what's
Okay.
funny? You and I think are too similar because
Yes.
the two topics that we've had, we both share the same
Yeah.
opinion. So let's hope we actually get one
Yeah.
that's different.
Okay. So the next topic will be, oops, I wrote something. No. Okay. Oh,
What is it?
clapping when the plane
Oh
lands.
God. Okay. And I have chosen, please, please. Yes.
Uh, I guess you start. I mean, whoever, how do we do it? Because yes.
Whoever wants to start can start. Okay, I'll start. I think this is going to
Okay.
be a short debate.
Okay.
Okay. So, planes are a planes, I think we really I'm trying to like
Are you
think
going to
of
go into aerodynamics? Like
I was
planes
going
are
to. I was going
flying vehicles.
I was gonna say, I think we really take for granted planes. Like we really take for granted how amazing planes are and the science behind planes and the fact that we really are just flying in the air how many kilometers per hour, the distance, how high we're going, just in a tin can, right? We
Uh-huh.
really don't appreciate the science behind that, and on a daily basis, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go on a plane, this is not really generally something that I would think of. But if you really do think about it, it's it's amazing, right? And there's a staff, there's the pilots, the flight attendants who take care of you, they make sure that you're safe, all of that stuff. And, sometimes clapping on a plane, clapping at the end of a flight, a long flight especially, you just clap to show appreciation for the fact that you landed there safely
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that these people, all of this whole team was there also risking their lives to
Along with you risking
you
your life.
exactly
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you arrive at your destination safely.
Mm-hmm. Um, I mean, this is cringy when people do that, when they clap when the plane lands. I don't want to take away from the marvel of like the flight and the whole experience. I do think that this is like some kind of magic that humanity decided, not decided, that humanity finally found the way to do it
Mm-hmm.
safely.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to belittle or diminish the job that the pilots do. They go through like hours and hours of training. They have to do like tons of testing. But nowadays, as we know, most of the flight, they have the autopilot. They have the computer that helps them to do their job. And they're just there supervising that the things are happening safely. They know what buttons to press and they help. I mean, I don't know much about the pilots, but I guess that their main job is to safely take the plane in the air and then to land it safely, which is a lot
It's
because
a lot
these
of
are the
work.
most dangerous things
Yeah.
on the plane. But um, I believe just saying thank you, being polite to the staff when you're on the plane, not creating like any troubles and not behave as if like they owe you and take
Yeah.
them for granted, like this is your job, just do it. Just be nice to the staff and tell them thank you when you're going out from the plane. And you can
Mm-hmm.
even say something like, say thank you to the captain. Thank you guys. You took such good care of us. And I actually saw a lot of TikToks from the flight attendants that they say that even like if you buy like a gift
Little
card,
gifts.
yeah, like a gift card for Starbucks or like whatever international coffee shops or stores, you can give it to them. I guess that that would be enough because
Mhm.
like clapping is a weird thing to
What
do when a
about
plane lands.
what about though? So, there are a lot of people who have phobias, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fear of flying is a really common
Mm-hmm.
phobia for a lot of people. And then when you're in the air, sometimes, of course, a lot of the time things don't always go smoothly. A lot of the time you have turbulence and these things that can just work up people's anxiety, especially people who have phobias or fear
Mm-hmm.
of flying, right? And I feel like for those people, it's clapping is a form of relief,
Mm-hmm.
right? So at the end, when they're finally on the ground safe, they just kind of clap to release that energy and just
Mm-hmm.
to think like, oh my gosh, thank God I'm on the ground safely. So what about those people? Like they can, wouldn't it be fair to say that they can just release that pent up anxiety and fear?
That's a very good and strong point. However, I would like to counterpoint it with the fact that, again, those people who have anxiety,
Yeah.
once they land it, and if you start creating like commotion around them, like with a lot of noise and like whoos and stuff, it can make them even more anxious
What?
because of all the like noise and like sudden
But
like
they're the
movements
ones, they're the
happening
ones that are
around.
clapping to
Yeah, but
release
not
the
okay. If they do it and it helps them, like good for them. But if they're like super anxious that they're just like, like grabbing to the
Yeah.
armrests. And then, like, once the plane landed, and they think, like, oh my God, I'm safe. Everything is good. And then everyone around them starts, like, yay, bravo. I guess that
It
it
might
can make
freak them
them,
out more.
exactly, it can freak them out more. Like, oh my God, it's not over yet. Like, what is happening?
Maybe
Yeah.
people who have never heard applause before.
Yeah, also like there are a lot of I don't know, there are kids, there are babies, and like if they're sleeping, maybe their parents just like put them to sleep, and then it's like you start creating all this ruckus and
Okay.
commotion. I don't know.
Well, I think this is going to be a short one because
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's cringy as well.
yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's
but
let's
I
move on.
have one thing. I don't think it's cringy.
Really?
I don't
I
think
think
it's
so.
cringy. You actually, a lot of the points that you made, I'm not saying that, like, yes, it should be a thing, but I don't also think it's cringy.
Hmm.
Because, first of all, it's a great way of relief and wake you up after sitting for a long time. Like you said, for people who are anxious, it's a
Hmm.
great way of like releasing your energy and like work up your voice. And also, I think that it's not only to like say thank you to the captain and to the crew who was taking care of you along the flight, but it's also to like all of us, like, yay, guys, we made it. Woo, we came to our destination. So yeah, I'm
But
not saying it should be the thing, but I also don't think it shouldn't be the thing.
I think bottom line for me, I think it's cringy.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have time for one more. All right, let's hope it's a good one. All right, so this one is let's see here. Using food for skin or hair care.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my God, it's gonna
Using
be
food for skin or
a
hair
tough
care.
one. Okay. Oh, shoot.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to start?
No. But I'll have to. Okay, so using food for skin and hair care. Mother Nature has supplied us with so many beautiful things: fruit, vegetables, dairy products, honey, different oils to help us to look young and beautiful. In the olden times, before all of the actual skincare was created, or even before a lot of different medications was created, people were using what? They were using what Mother Nature gave them to
Hmm.
use, right?
Yeah.
That was at their disposal.
Yeah.
So why not use it today? I know that a lot of people use oils like olive oil or avocado oil for their skin because it apparently nourishes your skin and makes it like smooth and help with wrinkles and also makes it more moist. And I know that a lot of people use it for their hair.
Hmm.
Again, like if your hair is very dry, you can use some
Like split
coconut
ends.
oil or again olive oil, not to leave it in, of course, like then you will go and wash it with a dry store-bought shampoo, but still it can help a lot.
Mm.
So why not use it? It helps you on the inside. It's good for your health, right? When you eat it, consume it, then why not use it outside as well? Double work.
So I totally agree. I'm on the same page when you say that, Mother Nature has provided all of these beautiful things that provide nutrients for humans and things like that. I would say, though, that these things are most effective when consumed. You've got honey, you've got olive oil, all of these things. They do amazing things for your insides and they work from your insides out, right? It
Mm-hmm.
works in I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know exactly how the science works. But this is going to be my main form of argument here, modern science.
Mm-hmm.
When you consume it, your body absorbs those nutrients and those vitamins, which helps your hair grow stronger and longer, or your skin regenerate, like the cells, your blood gets healthier, you circulate, whatever, all of those things to make you healthy, make your hair healthy, make your skin healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that science is there for a reason, and humans have evolved and created modern science for a reason. And modern day skincare has balances of certain ingredients that are built specifically for your skin or for your hair. Whereas if you have, especially, what are they called? Like fresh foods,
Mm-hmm.
foods that like go bad. What's the word I'm looking for? Foods that go bad very quickly. Um, I think leaving it on your skin and
Oh my God, decay,
decaying, yeah, foods that kind of go bad very quickly.
rot.
Rot, you put it on your skin, you put it in your hair, and if you don't clean it out properly with an actual product, it may actually damage it as it gets worse,
Mm.
right? So if you're, for example, I'm thinking about, like, let's say there was this whole trend about tea bags on your under eyes to get rid of the dark circles, and then cucumbers on your face for moisture. Um, I feel like there are probably ingredients in cucumbers and in a tea bag that's also bad for your skin, that maybe is counterintuitive than actually the benefits of putting it directly on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many products now that have green tea inside of it, or that have cucumber inside of it, like a cucumber face mask that you can
Mm-hmm.
buy, but it also includes other safe ingredients that will absorb through the skin. I think that if you think about on a molecular level, these things don't always absorb into your skin or your hair as well as certain
Mm-hmm.
products do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I went on too long for that.
No, that was a great argument. However, all of those scientists of yours and modern science,
My
with
scientist.
all of the products that they're creating, how do I know what exactly they put in there? They put something in there and they're like, oh, this is good for your skin. Like, look, you will look 10 years younger as opposed to my cucumber. I'm taking my cucumber from my fridge. I know it's good. It's not rotten. Then I can use it to have like a face mask or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the ingredients that I have at home, I know what's in those ingredients, right? Like olive oil for skin, I said, or like coconut oil for my hair. I
Mm-hmm.
know what's in those ingredients, and I'm not saying that you should leave them on for a very long time because, of course, they will go bad. So you have to like properly, you do the procedure and then you clean your face.
Mm-hmm.
Also, oh my God, there was something else that I wanted to say. You said about the scientists putting, oh, and also like it's about the money. Like, why would I go and spend like $30 on a moisturizer if I can use something that I already have at home, which is natural, which don't have any chemicals in it or the names of some ingredients that I cannot even pronounce. I can just use that thing and be happy with the results that I can get at home.
Well, you can eat them.
Oh,
I feel like
I
it's more of a waste.
definitely
I
eat
feel like it's
them.
more of a waste if you put it on your skin than consuming it. I feel like, again, you absorb the nutrients better if you consume them.
That is
Yeah.
true, but also I do not use such a big amount of products that I have at home, the food products, on my skin or on my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount is like very minimal, so it's not actually a waste. And then you can compost whatever the leftovers and use it. Yeah.
Do you actually believe this?
No, guys, don't, please. Science.
Trust modern
Modern
science.
science, guys, please don't. The food belongs in your mouth, in your tummy, and it will do its magic from the inside.
I love it.
Outside, do use the products that the, I don't know, aestheticians, along with scientists,
Tested.
dermatologists, they've tested them. They know what works best for whatever type of
Yeah.
thing you need to
Yeah.
take care
Yeah.
of. So please don't use food. Yeah,
Well, that was fun.
that was a lot
Are
of
we
fun.
still friends?
Yeah, of course. I mean, because most of the things that we chose, like we do agree.
We have the same opinion on
Yes.
all of them. I think it was too hard to think of topics that we would have a different stance on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it was fun.
It was fun. I
I love
really
I love
enjoyed it.
pointless debates. They're just no
Yeah,
debate.
they're pointless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great way to just like
Uh-huh.
talk and have some fun.
Exactly. So please do send us an email and let us know what you think about any of the topics that we discuss.
Who were the winners? Who were the
Oh,
winners? Tell
okay.
us who the
Yeah,
winners were.
yeah. Tell us whose side you're taking. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at PoducateMe, and we'll see you guys in a bit in our language lab.
Bye. Stay tuned. We have the Language Lab coming up next. Welcome back to Language Lab, where we take verbal chaos and turn it into a vocabulary feast.
And in our Pointless Debates episode, we argued passionately about things that absolutely did not that level of passion in the argument. Stuff like pineapple on pizza and clapping when the plane
That's
lands.
right. And so today we are going to dissect the language that powered those dramatic declarations. And so grab your imaginary debate podium.
Yeah, love it. Let's go. And the first word on our list is the word stance, which means opinion. And stance is a clear position or your opinion on something. Like in pointless debates, your stance is often delivered with courtroom level intensity. Yeah,
It is debate speak. Like it
it
is used a
is.
lot in
Mm-hmm.
debates or in like law, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up we have the word reveal. Da da da, reveal. To reveal is to make something known or to show something that was hidden before. So you can like reveal a lot of products,
Yeah.
Apple, Samsung, they
I
do
reveal.
they do a whole big reveal with a
Mm-hmm.
like they have a huge conference to reveal a new product that they
Mm-hmm.
have.
Love it. Uh, the next word is a very tasty one, and this is the word umami. And umami is a Japanese word that describes the fifth basic taste. So we have sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and then out of nowhere, we started using the word umami.
Yeah,
I do not know, like it's a
it's
pretty
pretty new.
recent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty new. So umami refers to this rich, savory flavor that you can often find in mushrooms, in cheese, or soy sauce. Okay, I'm saying it, my mouth is
Your mouth
watering.
is watering, right? When you think of umami,
Exactly.
my favorite
So,
flavor.
exactly, when someone throws the word umami when talking about food, things get very serious.
That's right.
Hmm.
Another flavor is that we mentioned is the flavor of tangy. When something is tangy, it's I would say it's most similar to a sour taste.
Hmm.
It's different. It's more sharp, I
Hmm.
guess, and it has like that slight sour taste. So you can say pineapples are tangy,
Hmm.
but a lemon is sour, if you
Yes.
think about those two flavors.
And we are staying on topic of food and taste because the next word is the word savory. And savory means salty or spicy rather than sweet. And if some desserts show up during a savory debate, confusion follows.
Mhm.
Like desserts don't belong in savory debates.
Nope.
Nope.
Incorporate. Incorporate means to include something as part of a whole. So you add something to
Mm-hmm.
make something whole, or you just add something to another thing. So for example, like you can incorporate facts into your debate to
Good.
help your argument. You can incorporate some more tanginess to a dish to make the dish tastier.
Mm-hmm. The next word is the word infused, and I guess that it's also used for like drinks or food or
Yeah,
sauces.
yes.
And if something is infused, it means that it's filled or soaked with a flavor or quality. Like, I don't know, something can be infused with garlic, or as I remember in the main episode, Hannah said pineapple infused hot
Hot
sauce.
sauce. That's right.
Mhm.
Commonly they'll infuse a fruit or something. They'll infuse smoke, like
Smoke,
smoke flavor.
exactly.
You
Hmm.
infuse smoke into a drink or
Yes.
something like that. Speaking of flavors, we have a lot of good vocabulary
Yeah.
with flavors. Tart. So we used the word tangy before, and this is a very similar word. Tart, it's like sharply sour in taste. And it is not to be confused with the dessert tart that's like a little mini pie. Similar word, but different meanings. When something is described as tart, it means basically it's sour.
Mm-hmm. The next word is the word elevate. And to elevate means to raise something to a higher level. Like, guys, think about elevators.
Yeah.
Elevators actually come from the word elevate, going up.
Go up, make better.
Mm-hmm.
Go to. This is a really common thing that people say. This is my go to snack. This is my go to movie. It's your usual or your favorite choice. The thing that whenever you want comfort, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
you go to this. And
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, my go-to snack is chips.
Yeah, I second it.
Yeah.
I mean, chips are amazing. You cannot go wrong with them.
No.
The next one, we have the expression to be invested in something. And if you're invested in something, it means that you're emotionally involved or deeply interested in something. Like, let's say if you're invested in a pointless debate, you are emotionally defending a sandwich.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we got pretty invested in
Exactly,
our
yes.
pointless debate for sure. This word, I really like this word. This is the word idiosyncrasy. And an idiosyncrasy is a unique or unusual trait or an unusual habit. So,
Hmm.
like, we all have, for example, food idiosyncrasies. Like some people have certain things like pineapple on pizza, you could say.
I guess that, like, because so many people do like it, can we still think about it as an idiosyncrasy?
Maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
I do feel the majority don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
We should conduct
we
a
should do a
poll.
survey.
Yeah. The next expression, the hill that I will die on. And this expression means that this is an opinion that you will defend no matter what. Is it dramatic? Yes. Is it necessary? I would also say yes, because it will show how serious you are, how invested you are in the thing that you are defending.
It's such a dramatic phrase.
It is a
I will
dramatic.
die on this hill.
Yeah, but I love
I
it. I
love it.
mean, it brings so much flavor to
It's
whatever you are
there.
saying.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Skew. Skew, again, those one of these fun words that the meaning sounds like the actual word.
Hmm.
Skew. And when we skew something, it means that we're twisting it or distorting it or changing it. So, for example, sometimes a some sort of like a statistic can skew the public perception of something,
Hmm.
or just even one action that someone makes skews people's opinion of them,
Yeah,
right?
true. The next word is the word vivid. And if something is vivid, it means that it's clear, detailed, and powerful. I believe we used it in the expression of like vivid imagination. So
Yeah.
if you have vivid imagination, it means that you can clearly picture and see something in your mind.
Yes. Envision. Envision means to imagine something or, like vision, see something very clearly. So envision envision a world without,
Hunger.
hunger or problems or sadness. It's exactly the same meaning as imagine,
Hmm.
basically.
The word whereas is used to compare two contrasting ideas. It's a fancy way of saying but sometimes.
Yeah.
And you can say something like, I like sweet snacks, whereas you prefer savory ones.
Yeah.
Great
Great,
word.
great word for debates too. I
Yes,
feel like we used it a few
a
times
few
in
times.
this episode.
Hmm.
Okay, we want to pick someone's brain. And when we want to pick someone's brain, it's like we're asking for their opinion or their expertise on something. So, for example, like I want to meet with my professor so that I can pick their brain about this topic.
Hmm.
Or I'm going to meet my friend who's an expert in computers because I need to set up my new computer and I want to pick their brain.
Hmm. Average Joe. And when we say average Joe, we mean an ordinary person, not an expert in some area, not a professional athlete if we're talking about sport, just an ordinary average person, average Joe, like most average Joes. don't really care about the cereal classification debates.
Yeah. Ball. Pronunciation here because it sounds like a bouncing ball or a basketball or a baseball, but the spelling is different. When we bawl, it means that you're crying very dramatically and very
Mhm.
loudly.
Speaking about
Yeah.
crying, there is another expression that goes shed a tear, and it means to cry slightly or become emotional. It's just like literally like one tear just like drops from your eye, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is so cute. Just like
Different
throw it
levels
away.
levels of crying.
Different levels
You
of
can
crying,
bawl or
definitely.
you can shed a tear.
Mm-hmm.
Belittle. Belittle is this way of making someone feel unimportant or like you make them feel smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And we can usually belittle people by the way that we speak to them,
Yeah.
right? So when you make little comments or something to make someone feel bad, you're belittling them.
Yes. And the next word that we have is the word raucous. And spelling alert, this is how it's spelled. And raucous means loud and full of energy, like our debates.
Mhm.
At some point, they turned into a raucous.
Pent up. Like when we are talking about my pent up anger or something, right? My pent up
Oh,
anger. It means that it's kind of building inside and you're holding it inside of yourself without actually letting it out, letting it go, or expressing it,
it's
right?
an
So,
adjective.
yeah, like
Okay.
my pent up anger finally came out when somebody said something to me, or
Mm-hmm.
my pent up this thing that I wanted to tell some, or my pent up anxiety
Okay.
came out in tears or
Such a
something
good
like that.
word.
Yeah.
Hmm. The next expression, to be at someone's disposal, and it means available to use.
Mhm.
If you have something at your disposal, it means that you have it here available. You can use it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can even say people, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm at your
yeah,
disposal.
for example, if you come and say to me, "Hey, I know that you're really knowledgeable about books. I would like to pick your brain about some
Hmm.
best books." I say, "Oh, yeah, I'm completely
Yeah.
at your disposal. You
Sure.
can use me however you want."
Good one.
Nourish. To nourish is to provide for somebody for them to grow and expand, I guess.
Hmm.
So you can do this in the way of food, right? So you nourish your body by eating healthy, nutritious food. You nourish your brain by reading books and, educating yourself. You can nourish your soul
Yes.
by surrounding yourself with good people and good friends.
Nourishing as well as we were talking about skin or hair. You can also nourish them with different types of skincare.
Exactly.
And the last but not least on the list is as opposed to. And this expression means in contrast with. I prefer tea as opposed to coffee, which is a total lie because I prefer coffee as opposed to tea. So this is kind of like polite disagreement in
Yeah.
action. Hmm.
All right. So, with this episode, we may not have solved any global problems, but we definitely elevated our vocabulary.
Love it. And whether your debates are tangy or savory, keep your stance strong and your tone compassionate.
Yeah. So keep listening, keep learning, and
Educate
educate yourself.
yourself.